how weird is it in the spring where you guys are almost outnumbered as players by the coaches? And just what have you been able to do this spring to get better when you don't really have a full roster around you?
I mean, it's not really weird. We still get better. Me, Ish, the coaching staff, we are still getting better each and every day. It doesn't matter how many people are here. We still sticking to our normal routine. And we just playing a waiting game, and eventually we'll have enough pieces to where we could do some team activities. But the grind don't stop. We still working. We still doing everything that we need to do.
And just watching on social media, it looks like you and Ish both have been pretty involved in the recruiting process. Is that something kind of new for you? Is that something that Coach Tang and the staff have encouraged you to do to be more engaged, perhaps, than in the past?
This is actually my choice. I wanted to be involved in the recruiting because I wanted to play along guys that I could trust and who could trust me right away. So it's been a fun process. It's been a good process. We got a couple guys off the strength of me, Ish, and all the other coaches. But it's been fun. To say the least, it's been fun recruiting. It's been fun just being a part of this whole rebuilding process.
Speaking of which, did you ever imagine that 2 years or whatever it was when you got here a year ago that you'd kind of be starting from scratch like this? And has it been a fun challenge?
Yeah, it's been a fun challenge, but my visions is not God's vision. So whatever He wants to happen will happen, and that's how I live my day on a daily basis. So whatever I expected coming into this year, He didn't have planned for me. So I know eventually it'll all work itself out. We'll have the guys that we need to win. I trust Coach Tang. I trust, everybody on the coaching staff. So, I have high hopes, and I hope y'all do too.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
We'll go with D. Scott.
Hey, man, how you doing?
My man, how you doing? I'm good.
I'm good, man. Now that the dust is kind of settled, can you just put into words what the last 2 months have been like and just the excitement that you feel being on the ground floor of the Jerome Tang era at Kansas State?
Man, it's been fun, man. We got a group of coaches who are, genuine, who are hardworking, probably one of the hardest working coaching staffs that I've been a part of. And, they just made me feel at home. Nothing really changed, but, we just continue to keep working, continue to keep, helping each other, building this program back up. And yeah, man, it's been a fun journey. It hasn't been, devastating or, depressing. It's been a fun one.
What have you learned from Coach Tang? What have you learned maybe about him that obviously you didn't know the first time you met him?
He has a winning mindset. The first couple of days he came in here, I picked up a couple of his, quotes and stuff like that. But his mindset to certain things is just unremarkable, man. One of his quotes was when he first came in here ever, we was in a weight room and we was working out, and you know how the teams break the huddle and go 1, 2, 3, break or whatever the case may be. He said he came into the huddle. He said, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say 3, 2, 1, win." And I was thinking, why is he saying that? He was like, because we're never gonna be number 3 in anything. We're gonna be number 1, and that really stuck with me. I'm like, okay, this guy really wants to win. So,
what has today been like for you? Can you walk us through maybe your schedule and if that's kind of different from your typical day?
It's been, finals week's been crazy. I got all my finals done. But now it's just wake up, come to the gym, talk to the coaches, see what they're doing, work out, do my weight training, do my basketball training, and do treatment. And I stick to that routine each and every day for 5 days out of the week.
Are you doing cat backers this coming week?
I am. I'm actually am.
All right. I'll see you there. Thanks so much.
See you there, D. Scott. That's my guy right there.
Kellis, you're up next.
Yeah. Hey, Markquis. Just what was your reaction when you saw 9 of your teammates leave?
I kind of expected it. It wasn't much of a reaction. It was more of a, we got to move forward. I knew I was going to stay here. I knew me and Ish was going to stay here. So we had to do everything in our power to, focus on what's in front of us and not what's behind us. So.
Is there anything Coach Tang has preached with you so far that he wants you to improve on next season or be a little bit different player?
He just preaches, consistency, winning the day, winning each and every drill, just continue to keep being me. And that's what I love about him the most, because he preaches, be you, whoever you are, be you, win a day. And over a long span of time, then you'll see the results. And that's what I really like about Coach Tang.
Can you also walk me through what kind of a official visit is like on your end when you're hosting a recruit? What all are you doing with these guys?
Yeah, we just going out to eat, having fun, talking about certain experiences that we each shared, or, certain experiences that they shared. And we'll take them to the gym, shoot, just be around them, show them love, show them as much love as we can, and make them feel at home. We don't try to, convince anybody, but we just try to be ourselves, and whoever, feel the genuineness behind that, we'll commit. So that's really it.
All right. Thanks, Markquis. Good to talk to you again.
Yeah.
Go ahead with Michael.
Hey, Markquis, what kind of value have you found from the interactions that you've gotten with the incoming recruits that have come on board already?
I noticed that, everybody that is committed, that came from other places, had the same mindset as me, and that's to get better and win. So, that's a huge part of what this team is trying to rebuild and do. We got guys like Cam Carter, who sat out much of his season last year, and he just wants to come in and work. And Jarrell Carter, same thing. He sat out and wants to come in and work. So all these guys just want to come in and get better, leave their egos aside. And, that's a huge part of where we need to be right now.
And have you picked up on any other of Coach Tang's quotes that you want to share with us that you've used quite often?
Think about that. I don't know. Maybe Ish got one, but I can't think of anything right now. But he has a lot, man. He has a lot of gems. He has a lot of quotes. And he's a very good person, man. I love him.
And what's the pressure of finals week compared to the pressure of a last minute on the basketball floor?
Man, finals week is tough, man. You don't pass that last test, you don't know where you're going to be. But thank God I had good grades, so I was in a good position.
How many finals did you have?
5 finals, man. Yeah. A couple papers I had to write, a couple tests I had to take, but I'm glad I'm all done. Now I could just, focus on basketball and basketball only.
And fundamentally speaking, what's your number one focus for the offseason, for the summer?
Getting some players here. That's probably priority number one, and then just focusing on my health and, adding little things to my game. I'm just trying to get better each and every day as much as I can. So.
All right, Markquis, appreciate it.
You, Mike.
Glenn, jump in.
Hey, Markquis, I wanted to ask, you played for, 2 different coaches at K-State now. What would you say is the biggest difference or adjustment, I guess, from playing for Bruce Weber versus you haven't played a game for Jerome Tang yet, but being in his system?
the biggest difference between Coach Weber and Coach Tang is dang, you really put me on the spot right now, Glenn. That's a very good question. I haven't played much. I haven't, really been around and played a game under Coach Jerome Tang. So, but they're very similar in both ways. They want to win. They're passionate about, K-State basketball and the culture here. Um, they they are two hard workers that, I can't even imagine like coaches working this hard, and they are very good people. They want to win. They want to help people out. They want to help K-State community out, and I can't find much of a difference. But if I can say one is just one is more up to par to the culture and to my community than the other one. So.
And obviously, Tang and his coaching staff kind of decided to start from scratch from a roster standpoint. You and Ish were kind of the two guys they decided they wanted to keep and to build around. What does that mean to you? Just that they made the decision. There wasn't many guys they decided to keep around, but you were one of the guys they said they wanted to make sure that you stayed at Kansas State.
Yeah, man. It was they would have had to do a lot to take me off this team because I was trying to stay. So when Coach Tang said he was evaluating and seeing who he wanted to stay, I was probably, me and Ish was probably one of the hardest working combos there was. So it's been great to see that sorry, I apologize, y'all. My niece is calling me. She must miss me. But yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's been a crazy journey so far, and we just got to keep rebuilding, keep getting better.
And then what was your reaction to Nigel Pack deciding to transfer away? Were you surprised by that? Did it catch you off guard? And then he obviously got quite the NIL deal. What were your thoughts or emotions on that situation?
I kind of knew it was up in the air. I didn't know if he would stay or if he would leave. But once he entered the transfer portal, I knew there was no coming back. I knew that, Nigel wanted to see other options. I'm super, super, proud of him and the decision he made. There's no love lost between me and him or between anybody that's on this team. At the end of the day, this is business. You gotta look at it that way. And he's happy, we're happy. All we gotta do is keep moving forward.
And the last one for me, we've talked a lot about your relationship with Jerome Tang and getting to know him, but he's built quite the coaching staff here in Manhattan. So what have your relationship been like with those guys? Have you met all of them and just kind of share your experience so far with the staff as a whole?
Man, the coaching staff is great. There's a bunch of masterminds, there's a bunch of, vets in this field. You got coaches like, Coach Sutton, we call him Mr. Miyagi because he's a very good trainer. He's a very good mastermind at what he does. Then you got guys like Coach Ream, Coach Yorick, who are tremendous recruits. And you got Coach Bourne, who man, you go down the list, man, it's a bunch of great coaches. And, from top to bottom, they're all adding value in their own way. So I really like them. I really enjoyed being here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very good year with them coaching us.
All right. Thanks for your time, Markquis.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do one more to Markquis with Ryan, and then we'll move on to Ish. So go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Markquis, if you had to pick one, would you say there's one signee coming in for next season that you're most excited for?
The most excited signing is probably Naquan, who's from New York, who came from similar backgrounds, who plays with that passion and joy and love for the game that, me and Ish plays with. So that's probably the one where I really want to get on the court and play alongside of him, and I really want to see how he does.